Now that we are all settling into 2023, perhaps you've made your New Year's resolutions, and on that list, you're including getting healthy in the new year, whether that means physically or mentally. You're going to want to hear what our next guests have to say, because we've taken a trip over to REV Optimal Living on the North Shore of Chattanooga, talking with Matt Smith and Erica Rogers in their space, which is a beautiful one. Thanks for inviting us in.
Thank you so much.
We were chatting a little bit before the cameras began to roll, because there's so much we could talk about, Matt, when it comes to the business philosophy here at REV, because it's optimal living. That's the goal, right, is to optimize people's lives.
Absolutely.
You began with your own knowledge and a vision 7 years ago, and this business has exploded.
It's been beautiful. It's been amazing. You said it, like we took an idea and created a business, and from that business was transformations that people started going through. So it has been one of the most humbling and honoring things over the last 7 years to serve the Chattanooga community, and we're really excited for everything to come.
I almost stopped myself when I said business, because I hate, Erica, to even use that word. It's more like a mission.
I like that.
So when I came in this morning, there's just a calm about the space. The lighting is beautiful, the plants that are everywhere, the aroma is gorgeous.
Yes.
You've got all the oils and things, but there's a peace here that you purposely want.
Yes, and I would say this started obviously 7 years ago, and it's like the same way our body kind of moves through things too. It's been a slow, intentional accumulation, and now when people walk in the space, it's not just Matt, it's not just Monica, it's all of us, it's all these plants, it's all these crystals, all these people, and I love that mission, because I really believe that separates us, and that's a community feel for me at that point too. And when people walk in, they literally feel that. People always mention the vibe, something about that, and I love hearing that, because we really cultivate this intentionally.
Well, here's why I wanted to bring it up, because if you don't feel at peace when you walk in the door, the rest of what you're going to achieve for somebody can't happen. So they walk in the door, they have this vibe, and then they're going to spend initially more than an hour with you or somebody on the team, right, Matt? Kind of explain how this works.
Yeah, so normally when people come in, whether it's that they have lots of symptomatology going on or they just want to optimize their life, they come in, we do an initial consult. We sit down with them for about 45 minutes. We get a history. We learn what they've been through, what their stresses were, what their challenges were, and then we explain our process, which we off camera we're talking about is about a 10-year conversation that we try to wrap in about 3 minutes. But essentially we just share how the nervous system works, how we process energy and experiences, and more importantly, how this integration process can help people to heal from the inside out.
Okay, so if you're watching this morning and you're thinking, okay, y'all are chiropractors, and we're not talking about adjustments. You do that. You have this beautiful room where that all takes place, but you really have studied the connection between stresses, mental health, the freezing nature, that parasympathetic system that we have, right? And how that then locks into your muscles and your core. Is that fair to say?
I would say yeah, and I would say even just from the beginning, like coming in feeling safe in this space, feeling comforted, feeling welcome, that starts right when they walk in. But yeah, it's kind of unlike a lot of doctors' offices where we really get to know our people, and a lot of the things that people are moving through, processing old patterns, things like that, those conversations can be pretty vulnerable. And if our nervous system's been locked in fight or flight for years, tapping into this rest and digest is almost like a breath of fresh air for the first time. So we love supporting people in that way.
Do you think there are a lot of people who don't even know they're in fight or flight?
I'll give you a perfect example. We've had many people over the years that they started this process and they had X, Y, and Z going on, and then that stuff started feeling better, and then we do a reassessment 30 days later, and they'll say, yeah, I didn't even tell you, like, I have high levels of anxiety, or I have certain things going on hormonally, biochemically. A lot of people don't know that their baseline is actually lower, and when they start connecting to the healing capacity within them, they start noticing these subtle changes, and it's like, oh, I actually was stressed out. Oh, I actually wasn't handling this as well as I could, because now their awareness is greater and they're seeing things in a different light.
You know, everybody's individual, you know that better than I, but I think you told me before when you were in studio that sometimes you see pretty rapid responses from people. Didn't you tell me that?
Yeah, I mean, everyone's different. Sometimes it takes several days, weeks, months for people to see transformations. I've literally had people on the table 15 minutes later say, I feel calmer than I have in years. So again, it's not necessarily the goal isn't just to be calm, but as you said, taking us out of that sympathetic dominance, which is going to cause so much cell degeneration over time, and putting us more into a calm, parasympathetic, increasing our vagal tone in our nervous system. All of that stuff facilitates greater healing within the body.
These are all words that some people are not even understanding because you have to walk the journey to really get it. So I know you have patients from teenagers all the way into senior citizens. Should anybody come to you? Does it matter whether you have back pain, shoulder pain, or you're just highly stressed out right now, or anywhere in between?
I like that, and in accordance with the last question too, it's kind of like people come in here and I've seen Google reviews of people writing to us. They're like, I just started singing in my car and I can't remember the last time that I stopped singing in my car. Or I'm having a conversation with my partner and I'm actually being present and I cannot remember the last time this has happened. So it's kind of like once we bring awareness to those areas, slow down some of these old patterns that have us in this, this subconscious frequency of like, oh my gosh, we get to be present and we don't have our energy so dispersed in the past or the future anymore. We're right here, right now, and I believe everybody could use that.
You've been in business for 7 years. We caught you on a good day because if we had come a little bit later, you'd be packing up. Y'all have a new space you're about to open, right? You're very excited about that.
Yes, very excited.
I mean, it's been amazing 7 years here. We've built a beautiful vibe, beautiful community, and now we've outgrown it. And now we're moving down the Market Street, down the North Shore. We're super excited to expand there, and what we're going to create there is going to be really beautiful.
I want to be careful how I say this, but timing is everything to me. So you've kind of done the groundwork, the legwork over these 7 years, but you just came into our world a few months ago. I'm sure there are plenty of people who've kind of driven by you here on Fraser but didn't quite know what you are. You kind of feel confident. I can see it in your face. You know what you have to offer,
It's
Matt.
somewhat intentional too, because when you say, I am this, people just believe you are this, and they will just think on past experiences, whether it's a medical practitioner or a chiropractor, acupuncturist. REV is kind of elusive. REV, what is that? And we don't mean that to be tricky. It's more of just, this is what we do. We have these principles and understandings of the body healing. We've all seen transformations. Our whole family's seen transformations. We've helped thousands of people in Chattanooga. So we're very confident in what we do, but I would never say and make a claim to anyone like, hey, you're going to come in, you're going to experience this, because everyone's so different.
Right.
But to your point, yes, we're very sure in what we do.
I'm really glad you went where we had to go, which is the family component, because that was really big to you. So y'all are, Erica is your sister-in-law.
Sister-in-law, yes.
We couldn't get everybody on camera with a microphone on, but you sure do want to high-five them. It's a great team here, right?
And I think that's like such a testament to the clients too. It's like as we're growing, as we're building, we love having anybody else besides me but family would not make sense to me. So to have all these other people who we love and trust supporting all the people, it just feels like that's where the community starts and then it bleeds into the rest of our people.
If you were going to choose a word, I feel like I'm on that TV show behind the actor studio. But if you were going to choose a word that you think most people discover when they come to you, I have one in mind. But what do you think it is?
I want to say this word, because I think it's like kind of a broad sense, but peace and calm is what I hear so often. And I know that's so overarching, but like for you to really be peaceful, to be calm, even if it's for 15 minutes on the table, even if it's bleeding into whenever you get in your car or go home that night, people start to experience that and slow down a little bit. And I think that's the greatest change.
Yeah, I got 3 words.
Okay.
Connection, awareness, and presence.
Okay. Mine was going to be joy.
Joy.
Oh.
Yeah, love that.
I think that's a byproduct.
You have all these vocabulary words now. So thank you for letting us come in.
Thank you for being here.
I kind of want to go get on the table now. You can come and find them for now at REV Optimal Living on your Fraser, right? This is still Fraser where we are. But they'll be moving soon over to North Market, and we're going to go back and check out that space when they have a chance to open their doors. But in the meantime, there's their phone number, their website. Give them a call and let 2023 be your best year yet.